Hey Sophie, welcome you to this new podcast episode.
Thanks, Marco. So, what are we going to talk about?
Great question. Today we're talking about one of the greatest scientists in history, someone who changed the world with their discoveries.
Whoa, that sounds exciting.
Well, there have been many great scientists throughout history, so what makes him so special? Why is he considered one of the greatest?
That's a good question. Let's ask our audience. Do you guys know why Albert Einstein is so famous and considered one of the biggest scientists in history? Drop your answers in the comments.
So Albert Einstein discovered many important things in science. One of his most famous discoveries is the theory of relativity, which helps us understand time, space, and gravity.
Wow, that's amazing. I've heard of the theory of relativity, but what does it really mean?
It explains how time and space are connected. One part of it, called special relativity, says that time can slow down depending on how fast you move.
Oh, I almost forgot to ask. Where was Albert Einstein from? And where was he born?
Albert Einstein was born on March 14th, 1879, in the city of Ulm, Germany.
Oh, I didn't know he was from Germany. Did he always live there, or did he move to other countries for his work?
He moved around quite a bit. After working in Germany for a while, he moved to Switzerland, then later to the United States, where he spent the last years of his life.
But where did he spend most time of his life? Do you know that?
Yes, he spent the majority of his life in Switzerland, particularly during the years when he made some of his most groundbreaking discoveries.
That's really interesting. Now let's switch things up. Do you think we'll ever see another scientist like Albert Einstein in the future?
That's a tough question. Hey listeners, what's your opinion on this? Do you think we'll ever see another scientist like Albert Einstein? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
I don't know about the future. It's really hard to say. But right now, we do have some amazing scientists doing incredible work.
Oh, are you talking about scientists like Stephen Hawking, Roger Penrose, or Juan Maldacena, who are pushing the boundaries of physics?
Absolutely. Each of them has contributed so much to our understanding of the universe. For instance, Hawking's work on black holes has changed the way we think about space and time.
What if Einstein were alive today? How do you think he'd react to modern technology?
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Imagine Einstein using a smartphone or debating AI with today's scientists.
Wow, that would be wild. Imagine Einstein scrolling through social media. Do you think he'd post deep quotes or just complain about people misunderstanding physics?
I think he'd do a bit of both. On one hand, he'd share deep insights about the universe and encourage people to think critically. But on the other hand, knowing how passionate he was about his work, he might get frustrated with all the misinformation online. Can you imagine his Twitter rants?
I can totally picture him tweeting something like, "For the last time, E equals mc squared does not mean what you think it does."
Exactly. He'd probably spend hours correcting misconceptions and debating with people in the comments.
So, where did his journey in science really begin?
Well, although he was born in Ulm, Germany, his curiosity for the universe sparked at a very young age. He wasn't a perfect student in the traditional sense, but his passion for math and science kept growing.
Let's dive into his school days.
Right. He never just followed the rules. He was always questioning why things were done a certain way.
Exactly. He loved math and physics so much that he often explored ideas on his own, beyond what was taught in class.
I heard the strict curriculum sometimes felt limiting to him, and his teachers even called him a bit rebellious.
True, but his parents really understood him. They encouraged his curiosity, even if it meant he didn't fit the traditional mould.
That kind of support must have been crucial for nurturing his unique way of thinking.
Absolutely. Their encouragement helped him forge his own path, setting the stage for his groundbreaking discoveries later on.
It's a great reminder that sometimes breaking away from the norm can lead to extraordinary breakthroughs.
What about his love life? Did Einstein ever fall in love?
Oh, absolutely. Before he became a household name, Einstein did experience love. His first major romance was with a fellow physics student.
Really? Who was she?
Her name was Mileva Maric. They met while studying, and their shared passion for science brought them close together.
So, did they eventually get married?
Yes, they did. Einstein and Mileva got married, and even collaborated on some scientific ideas in the early years of their relationship.
That sounds promising, but I've heard things didn't go so smoothly later on.
Right. As Einstein's career took off, the pressures of his work and differing expectations led to strains in their relationship, and they eventually divorced.
After that, did Einstein find love again?
He did. Later in life, he married Elsa, who became a key support in his personal and professional life.
Interesting. And what about his children? Did he have any?
Yes, Einstein did have children. With Mileva, he had 2 sons, Hans Albert and Edward, and there was also a daughter named Liesel, though her story is a bit mysterious.
Do we know what his children ended up doing?
Hans Albert went on to become a respected engineer, while Edward faced serious health challenges throughout his life.
It's fascinating how even a genius like Einstein had such a complex personal life, full of love, challenges, and family ups and downs.
Absolutely. It reminds us that behind every great mind, there's a human story filled with its own triumphs and struggles.
If you found the video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.